Hi folks, this is Wemette coming to you with another Red's Bedtime story, and I think you might find this one interesting. One of the buildings that I owned on Wells Street had a door in the basement, a steel door, and I was curious, so I pried it open. That was a job in itself, but while I was prying it open, Phil Amato came by. And he was the father-in-law of Jimmy Cozzo. And somebody sent him down to the basement and said, "Yeah, Red's down in the basement." So I went down to the basement, or he came down to the basement, and there was a tunnel, and it went all the way down Wells Street, and it went to Chicago Coal and Light, and it went all over the loop. It went everywhere. Tunnels just went everywhere. And so it was wintertime, it was cold, but I decided to wander around in there, and I found a light switch where it did turn on. There were lights in there that did turn on, emergency lights, I guess. But at any rate, Phil goes wandering with me, and there's miles and miles and miles of tunnels. So we run across this one place that it had the door open to it, and there were bars on the door. It was a bank vault, and in the vault were stacked tons of gold bars and Krugerrands. And Phil looked at it, and I looked at it, and we left immediately. And then when we got back out of the tunnel and closed the door, we came upstairs, and he said, "You know, that's an easy score. Very easy score." And he said, "You, Lenny, and I, we could, pull that out of there on the sled or some way. We get it on the track. I don't know how." But while we were working on it, he came back and we looked at it a second and a third time. And it was always like that every day. So what I did was I went to the bank manager and I told him, I said, "Do you realize that it was on LaSalle Street?" And I said, "Do you realize that your vault is open downstairs?" And he said, "Well, yeah, we let fresh air in that way." And I said, "It really stinks down there. I don't know why you let fresh air in." The rats were huge. I mean, they're the size of dogs almost. I shot a couple with 22. But at any rate, he went down there and he took me with him. And they locked it up and secured it. But when I was talking to Phil Amato later, he said, "Yeah, we'll get the gold out of there." And he said, "But, a two-way split is better than a three-way split, so we'll leave Lenny in the tunnel." And I said, "Uh-huh." I'm thinking to myself, "Uh-huh." So I don't think we're talking about leaving. He was talking about leaving him alive in the tunnel, but actually, killing him. But at any rate, long and short was we never did take the gold, and that's not what I'm about anyway. I'm not about stealing or trying to get over on somebody. But at any rate, I thought it was an interesting story, and I thought I'd get it out to you. The bank manager thanked me, and he gave me $100. And I thought that was real interesting at the time. By the way, I wrote a book, and it's called "Nobody Cares and What I Did About It." And it's available autographed at redwemette.com or any place where there's a picture of it, like Mike Burns' room above on top. If you just click the picture, you can go to that, and you get an autographed edition for $19.95. If you go to Amazon, you could buy it there for $19.95, same price. Also, it's available on Kindle, but it's a very interesting book. A lot of people have liked it. I feel kind of bad because so far there's only been 34 people that have bought the book, and our sales have been over 700,000. So nobody seems to really take the time to write a review in Amazon. But that's okay. I always say good, bad, or indifferent. Just put something that, if you really read it, tell me what your feedback is, because it helps with the movie. The movie's a problem right now because between hurricanes, my back, I had a problem with my abscess on my back. My mother, she passed away. And I'm taking care of a friend right now who had a hunting accident. And that's another story. But at any rate, I like to deer hunt. At any rate, hope you enjoyed the story. And have a good night. Thank you, and God bless you. Oh, spilled my drink.